Hello and welcome to your season of practice. My name is Salgir and I'm your host today. I was certified as a meditation instructor through the Buddhist Studies Institute roughly 15 years ago. And today I will be here with us with Miko, who will lead us in a meditation practice for about 20 minutes. After the meditation, I will read one of the 5 Buddhist precepts. And for those of you who are here with me on screen, we'll have the opportunity to stay and have some community time. And that will just be us together. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link in the chat that will give you access to the 5 precepts and daily prayers. And there, with this link, you're also going to find some additional resources and information. So I'm going to post that now. There you go. So that way you can follow along with Miko as she leads you through the practice. Now it is my great pleasure to welcome Miko. Miko is a certified meditation instructor with the Buddhist Studies Institute. Welcome, Miko.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome. I've been certified by the Buddhist Studies Institute to lead meditation since 2004, and it's my great pleasure to be here with you all today. So we'll get started by doing the opening prayers, which you can find at the link that Salgir just posted. So we'll bring our hands together at our hearts, thumbs at the sternum. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama, Yedam, and Khandro. I take refuge in the Sa, Long, Tigle, and their nature, Bodhicitta. I take refuge in complete openness, lucid presence, and compassion. Oh, mesmerized by the sheer variety of appearances, which are like the illusory reflections of the moon in water, beings wander endlessly astray in samsara's vicious cycle, in order that they may find comfort and ease in the luminosity and all-pervading space of the true nature of their minds. I generate immeasurable love, compassion, joy, and equanimity of the awakened mind, the heart of bodhicitta. Sentient beings are numberless. I train in order to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I train in order to transform them. Reality is boundless. I train in order to realize it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I train in order to embody it. So we'll come into our Vajra posture, our seven-pointed Vajra seated posture. And we can begin by sitting with our hips higher than our knees. If that's possible, if you're seated in a chair, you can have your feet on the floor. If you need to, you can scoot back so that your back is supported. And however you're sitting today, the essence of this posture is to support meditation. So we want to be upright and relaxed as possible. And so then we can have our hands on our laps. They can be facing downward or palms facing upward, or in the mudra of equanimity on our laps. And then we're going to soften the belly here, just letting the belly expand out. You can take a deep breath and let that belly soften. And then we're going to expand out our vulture's wings. So that means like sliding the scapula out to the sides and a little bit downwards, as if you had wings and you're opening them wide. You can see that opens up the back and chest. And then we're going to tuck the chin in so the back of the neck is long and the crown is pointed up towards the ceiling. And the jaw is going to be slightly open and loose and relaxed, and the eyes are going to be pointed down, diagonally downwards towards the floor, and you can let them rest on a point on the floor about 1 to 2 feet away And they're just resting there. We're not staring hard. We're just having a soft gaze there. So we have that like heavy eyelids that we see the Buddhas have in a lot of pictures. And then we're going to take the tongue and put it on the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And just taking a moment to notice your body here in this Vajra posture. And we'll come into doing the double breath. So we can take a nice, long, full, deep breath. And exhale, just letting your exhale happen naturally. And then we're going to pull the belly button in towards the spine and expel any remaining breath, our expiratory reserve. We're just going to expel that here. And then return to the natural breath, just taking in, letting your body inhale. And again, after the end of your natural exhale, you're going to pull the belly button in towards the spine, expelling any remaining breath. And we'll do this a couple more times at the pace of your own breath. And after you've completed, you can let your breath return to its own natural pace. And we'll begin to focus on the breath for our calm abiding practice. Going to be doing the thinking practice. And the name is misleading. We're not going to be focusing on thinking, but we're going to use the word thinking as part of our practice. So we're going to focus on our breath, focusing on the inhales and the exhales. Noticing the length of them, the sound of them, the texture of the air moving through, the sensations. It's really present with the breath. And then if we notice that we've lost track of the breath, well, as soon as we notice that, we'll simply tell ourselves thinking, really gently redirecting our attention back to the breath. So we're present with the breath, and if we notice that we've become distracted by thoughts, emotions, daydreams, something happening around us, no problem. We just say to ourselves, thinking, and return to noticing the breath. And you can notice your mind here. You've gotten distracted from the breath. Simply saying to yourself, thinking and returning back to the breath. And you can take a longer breath here and we'll let go of that practice. Take a few moments to just notice the experience of sitting. And then we'll do a few of the double breaths that we began with. So taking a long, full, deep breath, exhaling naturally. At the end of your natural exhale, pulling the belly button in towards the spine and expelling any remaining breath. Releasing the belly button and allowing your breath, your body to naturally inhale. And we'll repeat this 2 more times. And then we'll bring our hands together at our hearts again, thumbs at the sternum for our closing prayers. May the teachings of the Buddha spread and flourish. May all sentient beings be happy and joyful. May we practice the Dharma day and night. May the benefits for self and others be fully accomplished. Thank you so much for joining me in practice today. And now I welcome our lovely host, Salgir, back to the screen.
Thank you so much, Miko, for leading us in practice. Now, as a part of our effort to integrate the study of ethics with meditation practice, I will read one of the 5 Buddhist precepts. You're welcome to follow along on the link that I provided earlier in the chat. Today, we're going to read precept number 4, avoiding false speech. Abandon false speech. I avoid taking refuge in the lie of dualism, ever advancing toward less manipulative, self-protective, deceptive speech. I refrain from using my speech for rationalizing neurotic views and behavior. I refrain from all bigoted, sectarian, racist, sexist, judgmental, and arrogant speech that condemns others. I avoid harsh speech, gossip, and useless chatter. I develop increasing capacity for deep listening and authentic communication. I train my speech and emotions in order to use speech with nonviolence, empathy, sensitivity, and kindness. I use speech, kind speech, to set appropriate boundaries and respect others' boundaries in calmness and clarity. I respect confidentiality, and I respect the disclosures of others. I refrain from offering unsolicited advice. I recognize that silence or withholding can be a misuse of speech. I speak up to prevent others from being harmed by racism, sexism, abuse, and other forms of domination. Thank you again, Miko, for leading practice today, and for all of you for being here and practicing with us. You can find out more about upcoming programs at the Buddhist Studies Institute.org, and I will go ahead and post a link there just in case you are curious to learn more. And this meditation is happening daily online with certified meditation instructors, just like Miko. And they are certified by the Buddhist Studies Institute. You're welcome to attend any or every day. I'll end the live stream now for participants on YouTube and Facebook. Members of the Buddhist Studies Institute may stay on the broadcast for discussion time. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.